Welcome back to SevTech Ages with Danbearpig. Last episode, we said goodbye to the Age 0 Stone Age base and moved all our stuff to this new spot here, this new valley. With this episode, it's time to get started, and honestly, this is kind of daunting. I don't have a specific plan for this episode. Mainly, I'm going to start. You can't see my chests, they're not rendering from this distance, but you can see the backpacks. I need to secure this perimeter. That bitumen pit, that oil tar pit, I'm going to need to put a protective fence around that so I don't accidentally fall in and become, ancient history. And these guys, they are a problem. I'm definitely glad to have them nearby, and there are quite a few more off that way, I believe. I don't think I can see them from here, but I'm not ready for it yet. I want to get better weapons before I start into this abyssal craft stuff, but hopefully if I cover that with cobblestone, that'll be enough. I know in a recent version of SevTech, they would just eat right through that with their acid spit, but it was pretty overpowered, so I think that has been rolled back a little bit, and we should be able to deal with them. There are two of them, and both of them, hilariously enough, are right next to tar pits. So, let's get started on that, and then let's take a look again at the advancement table and see what we want to accomplish this episode. Bloop. Little close here. Oh, I can hear him. Do you hear that? Oh, jeez. Oh, hey, look at this. Cassiterite. I think that's for tin. Ah, yes, lots of cobblestone. Let's take more than we expect to need. And hope that this does not turn into a disaster. Don't need that. I don't need that. Let's put the map in here too. Just in case I die, I don't want to lose the map. I haven't made a copy. Alright. Here goes disaster. Just don't come out while I'm doing this, please. I'm definitely going to completely remove these. Okay, that's pretty loud. Is he out? No, he's still in there. And the sun is going down, so I'm not going to be able to finish this in one go, I think. Oh boy. You don't know what you're getting into, Squid. These guys hit hard. Oh yeah, I hear the Elder Gods, or whatever they're called. I really should read some H.P. Lovecraft. It's been on my list for quite a while, but I haven't read it yet. Okay, hopefully that's one secured. I'm hoping at the very least, if they don't have line of sight on me, that they won't try leaving their lair. It's an eyesore, but at least it's a relatively safe one. Next morning, and let's put this back. And yeah, that didn't even take a full stack of cobblestone. That's good news. And let's not fall into a tar pit. Don't actually know what would happen if I did. And I am not ready to find out. Maybe I'll drop one of these guys in and see what happens. Once I have them set up for breeding, I might give it a shot. You know, for science. I think one of these guys has ventured out before, because you can see this gross oil slick that he left. This shoggoth ooze. It'll slow my movement, and I think it hastens theirs, so it's a bad deal. Alright. Oh, jeez. I'm freaking out over the sounds. Oh man, I hope this is entertaining. Yeah, they don't sound nice. And maybe I'll sneak a peek. That's probably a bad idea. I don't know if I've shown one on screen yet. But the last time I played, they had a really goofy model, but that has been seriously updated, and they look very cool and very scary now. Let's see. Do I dare? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, a bunch of them in there. Ooh, okay. That's both parts of task 1 done and out of the way. I'll clean this up later. Oh, believe it or not, those guys will be very handy and very useful a little bit later in this season. Not too much later. And now, I want to go make some walls, some cobblestone walls. Look at that. This is what makes it a home. A furnace next to a crafting table, next to a chest. I'm going to miss bonking it with a rock, but this is actually going to be a lot nicer overall. Since I am clumsy, I need a safety wall, a safety perimeter. Can I get through there? No, good. Hey, be careful. This is as much for you as it is for me. Get out of there. Yeah, I know, I could pick him up, but this is funny. Whoa, I gotta be careful with these shoes. This is a whole lot safer here. I can still, if I'm not careful, jump right over this fence, this safety rail, and, you know, fall to, presumably, my demise. But now I can't, you know, accidentally run and hit it, because it's slightly more than a block tall, so this step assist that I can't turn off yet, but I can this season later, once we get into blood magic, or Considerate, my step assist won't betray me and step me right over the wall. Okay, and now this one. This one's a little bit more problematic. Oh. Hi there. Well, he doesn't seem to be dying. Wonder if it's just sticky or something. I'm itching to do some science with it, but it is not time yet. That's not wise. Not wise, Dan. Again, it's not pretty, but it's safe. Relatively safe. It's not perfectly safe. Alright. This tree that is currently my only shelter. Let's take a look at the advancements. Here's something I can make right now. A hoe. Can we hoe it? We sure can. Oh man, remember when I had to craft my farmland using bone meal and dirt? Look at that. Such a simple thing we take for granted in vanilla Minecraft. What's next? Let's see. Alright, we've got our crafting table. We did that last episode. And craft a weak dowsing rod to help you locate ore. I think this is what we should go with this episode. And there it is, a dowsing rod. Danbearpig has reached the goal, prospecting. And I got a new book, a field manual for Geolysis. So this is my geology textbook. Introduction. Getting started. Geolysis is a mod which is meant to add difficulty to mining, similar to Terra Firma Craft. In essence, world ore deposits are more realistic. You'll start out by finding samples on the surface, which lie above the larger mineral deposit underground. When you do, start digging. Refer to prospecting for more. Prospecting, samples, and this will tell us what we've got. Some samples drop clusters, yeah, but you get most of it from the actual ore sample. So, resources. Stone variants, yeah, we know about those. Gold I won't have yet. I haven't unlocked gold yet, so I won't recognize gold. But coal, we can get coal. Here we go. Malachite, azurite, that's how we'll get copper. teolite and cassiterite. That's how we'll get tin. And we can smelt those into copper and tin ingots, and then we can alloy them into bronze. And bronze armor, that's what I want this episode, or this season. I've gotten plenty out of my wolf armor and my leather armor, most of which is basically worn out now with those 2 fights with our spooky boss. So let's get to prospecting. These caves are going to be a problem. I'm going to have to light them up. But that, it looks really weird in the shade. It looks like it's part of the texture, but that's actually an ore sample. I think that's coal. Yep, coal sample. So I'm not going to start with coal. I want to start with some metal. Oh man. Well, at least they can't come up out of there. Now this isn't perfectly realistic, but it is a lot closer to how actual prospecting and mining works in real life as opposed to vanilla Minecraft. A lot of the time it is just seeing a rock sample on the surface and then digging a hole to see what's underground, or rather, you know, drilling and seeing what comes up. No. No, that's not a safe place to be, sheep. Maybe I should drop one of these guys in the tar pit. They're gonna die here anyway. Oh, yep. Don't mind if I do. White fleece, sheep pelt, and cooked mutton. Delicious. Here's more coal. Maybe I go with coal after all. I could use it for torches. Here we go. Cassiterite. Okay. So, typically what you're supposed to do here is turn on the chunk boundaries. Here's the chunk. And seeing a sample here means that within this chunk, somewhere beneath my feet, I will find actual cassiterite ore. And then I can dig down and mine it. In my opinion, it kind of destroys the immersion to turn on these chunk borders. So sometimes I'll probably do it and sometimes I won't. But for demonstration purposes here, I'm definitely turning on these chunk borders. And this weak dowsing rod, let's see. It will detect unlocked ores in a 48 block straight line. And I'm not sure if that means if I go pointing this way, if it'll look diagonally, or if it'll look straight down from that block. But I'm going to try just looking straight down. Found cassiterite 9. So below me, within 48 blocks, are 9 cassiterite blocks. I'm going to turn off these chunk borders. It's already getting late again. And I don't have a lot in the way of tools on me at the moment. But I'm going to dig a spiral staircase down. A caircase? I'm going to dig a spiral staircase down and see what I find. And you know, I am not as prepared as I should be. I don't have torches. Maybe I should go for coal. Let's see what we find. And then probably come back with torches. Okay, well, I'm being a bad YouTuber. It's too dark to see it. But this that I'm standing on is the first cassiterite I have found. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make up for this mistake. I'm going to go get some charcoal, and I'm going to dig up one of the surface samples of coal maybe, and I'm going to make some torches and do this properly. So first, let's mark this on the map. Zoom right in on my character here, and let's use this here and name it Cassiterite. And there it is. Now I won't lose it. But time to sleep. Alright, here we are back at that first coal sample, and I can pick this up, I believe, and yeah. Advancement made, locate, and mine coal. Cool. I wasn't even looking that far ahead. Let's see, find cassiterite or teolite, I did, and find malachite or azurite. Okay, we found cassiterite, but first I need to get this coal. And I got some sulfur dust as well. Not sure yet what to use that for. We'll find out. Okay, Dowsing Rod. Nothing of interest, nothing of interest. That might just mean that it's really deep. It also might mean that I am not looking in the right part of the chunk. Oh, there it is. Found coal 4. So I can go underneath here and find that same coal. Yeah. Alright, perfect. Yeah, see, so here, these 3 blocks have coal underneath them. How deep does this go? Oh, look at that. Okay, there's a cave, so that's worrying. Yeah, I'm going to block this off now before something sneaks up on me, but there it is. Coal. I heard a trumpet. Okay, good. That means we still have trumpet guys in Age 1, because I still want to get myself a trumpet. Okay, so this really is when we should be getting that advancement, but we got it from getting the surface sample, which is fine. And a lot of people at this point like to set up the totems from the totemic mod so that they can mine faster, but honestly, I find it more boring to set those up and take them down every time than I do just simply holding down the mouse button and getting this coal. Alright, so I'm going to mine this out and then head back up to the surface. Alright, there it is. As you can see, that was a massive vein of coal, and that took about 30 minutes, actually, with unenchanted stone tools. This entire cave was a vein of coal, and I've got these zombies growling and these skeletons blowing trumpets right in my ear the whole time, plus this ferrocalcite stone looking like an unlit open cave. So this has been, you know, half an hour of mild anxiety, but I think 3 stone pickaxes later, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stacks of coal. Now, I could have left some of this and come back with much faster bronze tools later, but I'm already here, I might as well get it while I'm here. We got 14 of the sulfur dust as well, which we'll find out what it's good for later. This is a lot more fun, in my opinion, than regular vanilla mining, where you just go down to a specific Y level, dig a tunnel straight forward, and see what you find. You got to do a little bit of surface exploring and find the surface sample and dig down and see what you get. And usually they are nice big deposits like this. So if it was truly realistic, though, it wouldn't be this kind of a deposit shape. You'd find it more in kind of a layer seam, and it wouldn't be ore, it would just be coal. That's alright, this is a lot of fun. Let's go drop off this coal and make more torches. And I'm going to go back to that cassiterite mine and do the same thing there. Another half hour of mining later, and I've got all my cassiterite. And, yep, it's even more than I had of the coal. And, again, that'll be a lot faster once we have bronze tools, which won't be too much longer. Not this episode, but either the next one or the one after. And there's this raw marble here too, so I think I'm going to pick that up. And then I'll go back up to the surface and look for a malachite or azurite sample so that we can get some copper as well. And I will meet you there. Alright, it took some serious exploring, but I found some malachite, so this is where we'll find copper. And yeah, there's the cassiterite. We found our coal right here. Here's where we have our base. I'm all the way up here. So yeah, these are few and far between, but like I said, they're huge. And wow, okay, I'm dumb. How am I going to store this? Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this one on the map. Let's zoom in on my spot. And this one, I'm going to have to probably leave some of it behind because I can dump some of the stuff I have in my inventory, but I don't want to dump all of it. So, good job, Dan. Malachite. But that's why the map is great, and in fact, since I've completely mined this out, I can remove that marker from the map. I don't need it anymore, but I'll probably need this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and, alright, so, you know, all of this stuff is good, but what can I get rid of? Plant fiber, don't need that. Rocks, I'll find plenty of those. Bone, slate, and marble. I just dug those up deliberately, so that'll have to do. So, alright, so let's pick up one of these malachite samples and get the advancement. Did that do it? Get to the copper. Malachite or azurite surface sample and dig for copper. Okay, so I think I have to actually pick up the ore in this case. Whereas this one, while I wasn't recording, just picking up the... No, actually I did. I had to pick up the actual ore. So, let's go. Let's find it. And found it right here. There it is, malachite. Okay. There it is. Get to the copper. That's my super passable Arnold Schwarzenegger impression right there. Okay, I think that'll do for the malachite. Mostly because I am full on my inventory. Because, you know, foolishness. And, but also, I could do a little bit more. I could get rid of some of that stuff. But I've also unearthed this ravine. And I don't exactly want to dig that up any further. So, I think that'll be enough malachite. That's on the map, ready for us when we want to come back to it. And from now on, any of these deposits that I find, whether I'm ready to mine them or not, I'm going to put them on the map so that when I need those resources, I know exactly where to go. Oh. Leaping from tree to tree. Alright, let's take a look at our spoils. So we have 8 stacks of coal, we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 almost stacks of tin, and about 7 stacks of copper. Excellent. So what do I do with all of this loot? Well, I'm going to need to smelt it, but that's going to have to wait until next time when we should really start working on an actual base here. It'll do no good with just that tree, mighty though it might be, as our shelter. So be sure to join me next time. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe, and tell your friends if they're looking for a fun SevTech series. And I will see you next time. And this will get me charcoal and more torches. Nope. Stop.